This has been a very well requested video from you all. And today I'm hopefully going to be clearing up some questions from a lot of you. So this video is going to be titled Why You Should Trade Multiple Currency Pairs, something along the lines of that nature. And you guys may be wondering, okay, Mac, you have a video that has 100,000 views from, let's say, 8 months ago that was talking about how you only trade one currency pair and how you have only traded one currency pair. Okay, so yeah, I only traded one currency pair for about 1 or 2 years, and the results that I had were amazing. The growth that I had was amazing, and the habits that I put in place are still with me to today. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about and I'm going to be sharing why I don't do that anymore, the benefits of what I'm doing now, and why it doesn't matter how many pairs you have. What matters is the strategy that you are trading. So without further ado, let's jump into the video. So I'm just going to quickly start off by saying trading one currency pair helped my patience so much that I don't think I would be able to trade the amount of pairs that I have now with as much ease that I can, due to the fact I built that patience muscle that I've talked about in plenty other videos. Patience is something you have to work. Patience is something you have to exercise. The art of doing nothing is how you get better at patience, right? So trading one currency pair for years, it allowed me to be patient. It allowed me to wait for my A+ setup. But one of the biggest things that's changed is I don't trade the way that I did anymore when I was focusing on one pair. When I was focusing on one pair, I was focusing on the lower time frames a lot more than I am focusing on the higher time frames. Now, in my trading anyway, 99% of my whole analysis is done in the higher time frame, and then I jump to the lower time frame for an entry. Whereas before, I didn't really need a lot of higher time frame knowledge because I was looking for intraday entries. I was mainly focusing on what London session was doing, as I am a New York trader. Another thing is I just wasn't getting the amount of setups anymore that I needed to succeed on these funding challenges that I needed to succeed each and every month. When I was just focusing on EU, for example, and it would go into a consolidation, I wouldn't have any opportunities for that week, for that month sometimes, right? And as a day trader myself, I would be caught in lower probable conditions. I would be, if I hadn't taken a trade for a week or two, I would start to force setups, when in reality, the pair that I was trading, Euro USD, for example, it was just in a state of consolidation. And I don't like to trade consolidating markets, right? Especially when I'm a higher time frame trader, it looked very, very ugly, right? Whereas for some people who are scalpers, consolidation markets are the absolute best. It's all about adjusting the pairs that you're looking at based on your style, right? And for me, I like to trade order flow. I like to trade structure and liquidity. So when I'm focusing on the higher time frame and my pair isn't doing much, it's very easy to get caught into low probable trades because you're trying to trade that consolidation. And like I said, it just didn't fit my plan anymore. One thing I want to get across here, and I think this is a big misconception that a lot of you have, and I had myself, and the misconception is that it's the pair that you are trading that is bringing you the success. I just want to share the knowledge with you. That is not true. It is not the pair. It's not the singular pair that is doing well for you. It is your strategy. You have to give yourself some credit. The strategy that you are working on, if you're consistently profitable, that's what's making you consistently profitable. It's not GJ, it's not EU, it's not AU, it's not any of the other pairs. It's the system that you have built, and technicals go across any pair, right? It goes across any pair, any market. Your strategy works based on the pattern that you are seeing in the market, whether that be combined with time, whether that be combined with liquidity, structure, whatever it is. If you're trading structure, structure is going to be there on every single pair. If you're trading liquidity, liquidity is going to be there on every single pair. In my opinion, there isn't tendencies with pairs. There isn't individual tendencies with currency pairs. Otherwise, you would see absolute masters on all these pairs. I get questions asked all the time. Mac, AJ, for example, or GJ has been ranging for me for the last 2 months and I haven't traded because there hasn't been any clean setups. What should I do? My advice is move on to other pairs, and I'm going to touch on this as the video goes on, the amount of benefits that have come with looking at multiple pairs and how many pairs I actually currently look at today. Again, this all comes down to personal preference. You may be someone who enjoys trading 1 or 2 or 3 pairs. You may be someone who enjoys having 10 to 20 pairs selection to look at each and every day or every week. This is just what worked for me. So now I'm going to talk to you about the benefits of trading multiple currency pairs or indices or instruments or whatever it may be let's jump into the first benefit. So the first benefit on why you should trade multiple pairs is you only focus on higher time frame areas. You're only focusing on higher time frame liquidity pools or imbalances or points of interest. That can be an order block, that can be a support resistance zone, whatever it may be, any of the things that I just listed there, but it's high time frame focused, which means you're going with the actual structure of the market. You're going with the overall direction of the market, right? You're not on the lower time frames getting caught up in this and that, thinking of a break structure here, thinking of a break structure here. You're simply following the trend, or you're trading counter trend, but you know you're trading the higher time frame move. And by focusing on these higher time frame points of interest, the trades that you are entering are going to be a lot higher probability because they are on the higher time frame. When you're entering off a high time frame support resistance order block, whatever it is you want to call it, it's going to be a lot more legit and trustworthy than entering on an M1 order block or a 2-minute order block. A structure break out of a higher time frame interest is going to hold more than a lower time frame breakage structure out of a lower time frame point of interest. The higher the time frame, the higher probable move, right? And it's all about using these higher time frame points of interest as areas we should be looking for in price to either continue or reverse from. The second benefit that I've picked up from trading multiple currency pairs is I'm only trading the cleanest pairs. Like I said earlier in the video, when I was focusing on one currency pair, I found myself getting caught up in the consolidation when the pair wasn't moving well. And this happens on all pairs. A lot of the time when there has been a big move, the market will then go in an accumulation phase, right? It'll start to consolidate. So I don't want to trade that. So now what I do is I focus on multiple pairs, and focusing on multiple pairs allows me to pick the best probable pair. It allows me to pick the pair that is moving the cleanest. As simple as that. I like to go through my list of pairs and see, okay, this pair is moving very, very clean this week on the higher time frame. This is a pair I'm going to be focusing on, while throwing any other pair that is consolidating in the bin, in the trash bin on my list. And the third point, I've covered this multiple times in this video, but I just had it on my list, is the consolidation, right? Focusing on the trend, focusing on pairs that are moving super, super clean in one direction, whether it be bullish, whether it be bearish, you're gonna find the higher probable moves, right? And it's a lot easier to sell in a premium when the market is trending, or buy in a discount when the market is trending. When the market's consolidating, all it's doing is stacking orders, and it's consolidating to trick people, to get people stopped out. It's manipulating, right? Price is being held there to manipulate, and then when the big dog is ready to move price, they move price. But you don't want to partake in that. You don't want to trade consolidation. You want to focus on the high time frame points of interest, and you want to focus on the cleanest pairs. Those are the three reasons why you should trade multiple currency pairs. So now I'm going to share with you what I do every single week on Sundays to make sure I am prepped and ready with having multiple pairs. Again, this is personal preference. If you're someone here who enjoys trading one pair and you're having success, then don't change anything. The reason I needed to make a change is because I wasn't having success anymore to the degree that I hold myself as. I just knew I could do a lot better, and I wasn't seeing the results that I once had, or I wasn't seeing the results that I wanted to have, if that makes sense. So that's what promoted my change. If you're watching this video and you have success, like I just said, then just continue to do what you're doing and drop a like and support this for your boy, because I know you guys enjoy coming here and watching, and I appreciate you all. So yeah, let's talk about what I do on Sundays. So what I do is I will have my list of pairs. I think I have all the major currency pairs on there, then I have the minor currency pairs on there as well. I mainly just focus on the majors right now. And what I will do is, whether it be EU, GU, Swissy, UCAD, AU, any of that, what I will do is look at the pairs that are moving the cleanest, and I will flag them, okay? So I'm not looking at 5, 6, 7, 8 pairs each morning when I go to trade. I have all the pairs on there on a Sunday, and then I flag the ones that I think are the highest probable. I flag the ones that are moving the most clean, right? Like I just stated in the video. Then once that's done and I have my list all flagged, what I will do is only have my trading view list on those colors. So if you go on your chart right now and you click flag, so click a currency pair and you click green or red or whatever it is on the flag, then you have an option where you can just see the ones that are flagged. So that is what I do. So I'm not sitting there looking at a bunch, I'm sitting at the ones that are ready to go. And I will set alerts on the ones that maybe aren't ready to go yet. And this has brought me so much success. It's saved me so much time and stress. And if I'm being completely honest, doing this has been a lot better than me sitting there on the lower time frame, waiting for my one pair and going weeks without a trade sometimes. So again, it's all personal preference. I'm just sharing what worked for me. And I get asked this question all the time on why I don't trade one pair anymore, I thought it was great to make a video on it. So what do I say at the end of every single video, guys? Let's be 1% better every single day. I appreciate you all, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, everyone.